We're quickly, yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to our celebration of the Marine's 243rd birthday. We actually have one Marine at the end that was one of the very first Marines, I think was when we first started, I think, right? You were one of the very first Marines, Ron? Yes, I was.
Possibly.
We also want to recognize a few people here today. We have Councilman Romack, I think just came. Welcome, Councilman. I don't think Mary Lou Ducell is here today, but we're going to recognize Mary Lou anyway. Mary Lou and her husband, her late husband, were instrumental in getting the city to start celebrating these and recognizing the birthdays of all of our branches of the service. So we want to recognize Mary Lou. We have Francis Welsh. This is a really special treat because Francis is a World War II veteran. So welcome. We also have Warrant Officer Vernon McGee, Coast Guard retired. Mr. McGee has the distinction of having served in all 5 branches of the military and has been a member of the American Legion for 55 years. I understand that Mr. McGee has invited a number of people, and we want to recognize these groups. We have Ladies of the Eastern Star, members of the Acacia Masonic Lodge, members of the Sojourners International. We also have members of the Civil Air Patrol Squadron 388, members of the Marine Corps League. We have Chris Flowers, who's a United States Air Force and a U.S. Army veteran, and he is president of the Vets for Biz.
How you doing?
Welcome. We also have the Blue Star Mothers of America Southwest Valley Litchfield Park chapter. These are proud moms who now have or who have had children honorably serving in the military. They represent all branches of the service, including our veterans.
That's right.
And they're going to lead us today in our Pledge of Allegiance. We want to recognize all veterans. All veterans, please raise your hands and let us say thank you. And we have very special guests from the Litchfield Elementary School who are going to help us with this celebration ceremony today. They're from the FLAG program. The 4th graders, they're under Miss Jackie Rodriguez and Miss Kathy Langford. So kids, welcome.
All right. Good job, guys.
The FLAG program is a nonprofit organization created to support our schools and to help our children learn about flag etiquette and how to properly raise and lower a flag and a variety of other civic responsibilities they have that are related to the flag. So thanks for coming and helping us, guys. We also want to welcome Brooke Zanin. Brooke is a senior at Millennium. Where is Brooke? There she is. Brooke is helping us start a youth council, and the youth council will educate Litchfield Park teens about local government and its impact on the community. Brooke is working very hard to help us form that. Applications are available at the refreshment stand if anybody here would like to apply. Our flag presenters today are Hunter Varian, Molly Dittmer. I'm sorry? Say it again? Varon. Hunter Varon. I'm sorry, Hunter. Thank you for correcting me. I'm going to try this next one and hopefully I get it right. Micah McMillan. Yes? All right. Annie James. And we also have Nathan Faulkner. We don't have Jason? What's that? No, Nathan. So Nathan's not here. So we have four people who are going to actually help us raise the flag. Thank you. We also want to thank Albertson's Grocery Store for supplying refreshments today. And we have for the flag detail from the United States Marine Corps Recruiting Substation for West Phoenix, Sergeant Madrid and Sergeant Manitas. Sergeants, welcome. And today we have our flag and half-staff, so you'll see the flag raising be slightly different from what you may normally see. A half-staff was because of a proclamation of Governor Doug Ducey for all state office buildings be lowered to half-staff in honor of the victims of the shooting in Thousand Oaks, California. So the process will be slightly different because it will be at half-staff when we finish. With that, if you would present the colors.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The United States Marines. Here's health to you and to our force, which we are proud to serve. In many a strife we fought for life and never lost our nerve. If the Army and the Navy never look on heaven's seas, they will find the streets are guarded by United States Marines.
A proclamation of the City of Litchfield Park. Whereas the City of Litchfield Park observes November 10, 2018 as United States Marine Corps Day, and whereas the United States Marine Corps has protected our country in war and in peace. Whereas members of the Marine Corps, past and present, at great personal sacrifice have served our nation. Whereas members of the Marine Corps are serving our nation in combat overseas and away from family today. Whereas this is the 243rd birthday of the United States Marine Corps. Now therefore I, Thomas L. Schoaf, Mayor of the City of Litchfield Park, Arizona, do hereby urge all citizens of Litchfield Park to observe November 10, 2018 as United States Marine Corps Day, and to remember those and honor those who are serving or who have served therein. Dated this 9th day of November 2018. Thank you, Marines. This is also Veterans Day, and so we have another proclamation to honor our veterans. Proclamation of the City of Litchfield Park. Whereas on Veterans Day, our nation comes together to honor our veterans and commemorate the legacy of profound service and sacrifice that they have upheld in pursuit of more than a perfect union. Whereas through their steadfast defense of America's ideals, our service members have ensured our country still stands strong, our founding principles still shine, and nations around the world know the blessings of freedom. Whereas the selflessness of our service members is unmatched, and they remind us that there are few things more fundamentally American than doing our utmost to make a difference in the lives of others. Whereas just as our veterans stood watch on freedom's frontier, so have they safeguarded the prosperity of our nation in our neighborhoods, our businesses, and our homes. Whereas we continue in the tradition of honoring our veterans since 1954, when President Eisenhower called upon all citizens to observe November 11th as Veterans Day. Now therefore I, Thomas L. Schoaf, Mayor of the City of Litchfield Park, do hereby proclaim that all citizens observe the day with appropriate ceremonies in honor of those who have served to preserve the principles of justice, freedom, and democracy, dated this 9th day of November 2018. So thank you to our veterans. This concludes our ceremony. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming today. We have refreshments over, and those are the compliments of Albertsons again. Remember our veterans, remember our Marines. They are protecting us each and every day. Thank you.